Everyone, Arology Fanatic here, and today I'm going to do a review of the Baltany, hold on here, I got the reference number right here, Baltany S4084. Now, Baltany did send me this watch in for review, so I just want to be sure that this is a promotional review and I don't have to return the watch, nor that I have to pay for it or anything. I do get to keep the watch after this review, and I want to say thank you to Baltany for letting me get this into review. Anyways, let's get started. For now, let's put the watch to the side and let's do the unboxing. Now, Baltany does give you a bunch of things with the watch, as you can see. If I can just open the box. Comes with a little cloth that you can use to get the fingerprints out or whatever, or just clean the watch. And it also comes with a couple of tools. You can actually use some of these to remove the links, or you can just use these to attach the micro adjustment, which is pretty cool because nowadays when you get a watch, you actually don't, it's very rare that you actually get any tools to resize a watch. And it was pretty easy to size this one because they use screw pins, and I think screw pins are probably the best way you can change the links on a watch, really. I really don't like when they use pin and collar. Pin and collar is just a hassle. Yeah, when I use pin and collars, I just want to do nothing. The watch normally comes in this packet right here. This little leather pouch. The watch came inside here. And it's actually a decent leather pouch, so when you go traveling, you can just put the watch here. Put this to the side. And over here, if I can get it out, it's a little hard to get it out, but there we go. It comes with the Baltany warranty, and it comes with the little instruction manual, instructions for use. Now, I don't need this because I know how to use a watch and manipulate it to do whatever I want to, but for anyone that's maybe new to watches, maybe you got this as a gift for someone, then that's pretty cool. The watch does come with a lot of spare links. I think I removed, let's see, yeah, 6 links in total, and I have an 8-inch wrist, so that's a lot of links. So you can probably fit this watch with as small as that 9-inch wrist, or not as small, as large as a 9-inch wrist maybe. Let's see. Now let's talk about the watch. See if I can get the camera to focus. So this watch is beautiful. Now, the finishing is surprisingly amazing, really. When you look at the bracelet, it's supposed to be a jubilee style bracelet, right? And there's a bit of a taper to it. I think that's 2mm tapering, so it starts from 20mm on top and it tapers to 18, I'm pretty sure. It might be 16. I think that's 18. And the clasp. The clasp is very well done. There is a couple scratches on the clasp because I have been using this watch for a week. Usually I think you need at least a week to review a watch properly, because I don't think you can get the proper amount of usage to get a fair assessment and a fair judgment of the watch in just under a day. I think you need at least a week. That's just my opinion. Let's look at the dial. The dial is a sunburst silver. It is a sunburst silver, and it's a very nice looking dial, really. You can't really see that well because I'm indoors. Right now I'm in my kitchen recording this video. But during the sunlight, this watch actually is very stunning, the dial, you know. It dances around the sun, and it's just really nice. Like, I'll be honest, I'm actually not really crazy about silver dials. But when I saw this watch and I wore it in person, when I got my hands on it, I was surprised at how nice the silver dial is. Now, it's pretty obvious what this watch is homaging, but we're not going to say any names because I think everyone here knows what watch this is homaging. Let's talk about the bezel. The bezel is steel, but it mimics the fluted gold bezel of the, you know what watch we're talking about. And it's very nicely done, you know. It shines, it brights. Look, as I'm turning it around, you can literally see twirling with the light, just catching light off of every surface and crevice into the fluted bezel, and it's so stunning when it does. There's really nothing bad about this bezel that I can say. It's just excellently done. It's actually finished, and I give props to Baltany for creating a homage this look good. Now, there is one little flaw here. You can't see it because the minute hand is in the way, but right over here, there's like a little black speck of dust. Yeah, that's my only issue with this watch. It seems like there's a QC control issue. When they're examining the dial or putting it together, it seems like a little small speck of dust got trapped here. Here, you can maybe see it. You can see it under the minute hand. Yeah, now that is unfortunate, but it's just one little small flaw, really. It's not a big deal. It is a bit unfortunate, like I said, but it's not a big deal. Let's look at the flanks of the case, the flanks. Now, as you can see, the finishing is very, very good. You can just see the finishing of the case, the flanks of the bracelet too. It's just really nicely done. I never seen finishing on a Homage watch done this well. You have a signed crown too, which is pretty cool. Let me see if I can turn it around. B for Baltany. It's a very nicely finished crown and very nicely finishing on the entire case, really, from the bezel to the case to the bracelet. Let's see. Back of the watch. The back of the watch is it's a sterile case back, nothing really special. See if I can get this showing. Sterile case back, nothing really special. As you can see, the back of the bracelet too. Circular brushing. It's all right. It's not a big deal. This watch does house the Movement NH36 from Seiko. Simple movement, reliable, trustable. I know a lot of people have an issue with that movement because the time zones or the time graphic can be kind of bad, you know. So sometimes I can get in 45 seconds a day, 25, but usually I had pretty good timekeeping with these watches. I rarely ever get more than 10, 15 seconds max a day. Usually I actually only get around 5 seconds a day. And I think with this watch, I've been keeping time around 5 seconds a day, 6 seconds, which is pretty good, honestly. All right, the clasp is very actually done. It's very comfortable when you put it. It is a milled clasp, as you can see, milled, and it does have some lettering there, stainless steel. Finishing is good on the clasp too. The bracelet. Let's put it on the wrist here. I have an 8-inch wrist for reference. At least my right one is 8 inches. I'm pretty sure 8 1/4. My left one is a little bit smaller, and it fits perfectly. See if you can do a little bit of a wrist shot from far, and it just looks perfect, really. There's no flaws. It fits so well, and it's super comfortable. You know, when I was wearing this watch for the past week, when I would wear a long sleeve sweater, I would actually forget that the watch was even on my wrist because it just fits so well, and it's not even that heavy. I think with all the links in this watch is probably about 130 grams, maybe even less. I had to take out 6 links, and I do have it on the last to second micro adjust. So if you put it all the way to the last one, I probably actually would have to add an extra link, which would leave me with 5 extra links. So like I said, this watch can fit anybody, really. I think the maximum it can fit is probably a 9-inch wrist. I don't know about you, but not that many people have a 9-inch wrist, so it should fit you no problem. Now, if there's any complaints about this watch, really, I can't think of any. I think this watch is just beautiful. It's excellently done. The finishing is excellent. There's really nothing, any cons that I can use. The loom is great too. Unfortunately, I can't really give you a loom shot right now because it's daytime, but the loom is all right, you know. It is supposed to homage a vintage looking watch. And the loom on that original watch is not really that great, but it's all right, you know. You're not really gonna need that much loom, especially on this type of watch. It is more of a dress watch, really, especially with the 36 millimeters. Now, I actually don't mind 36 millimeters, despite having a bigger than average wrist. I know some people don't like 36 millimeters, but I think you should give it a shot, you know? There's nothing wrong with smaller watches. A lot of people have that complaint that, oh, I won't wear a small watch. I'm not going to wear a 36 that's a woman's size or anything like that. And I say that's a bit ridiculous, really. 36 is a classic men's size watches. It really is. So, what are my final thoughts on this watch? Do I have any complaints? Well, just one. My one complaint would be this black speck of dust right here. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. See, you can see it right here, right next to automatic. A little bit to the left and above it. That's my only complaint, and that's just a QC issue. I know how watch factories are. They're bound to run into problems, so don't get me wrong. It shouldn't be there, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just one QC issue, but the actual watch itself, I can't have any issues with it. It's just finished so well, excellently. The bracelet, the clasp, everything fits so comfortably. The finishing is excellently done. There's really no complaints. Maybe some people will complain about the movement being an NH36. And the price tag of this watch is around $212, $220. But I think that's a fair value for what you're getting. So if I have to give in a fair assessment of this watch and rate it 1 out of 10, I think I would rate it a 9 out of 10. It's just excellently done, really. I can't really give any complaints besides this one minor flaw right here. That's really about it. So yeah, 9 out of 10. And thank you so much for Baltany for sending this watch in, because I do like it a lot. And I think I'll be keeping this in my collection, actually, because I've been enjoying it so far. Anyways, guys, that's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm still learning the basics, so yeah, apologies if I use a lot of repeating words or if I'm not that good at my reviews, but I'm still learning on the job. Anyways, thanks everyone. See you in the next one.